There's a quiet group of men who haven't given up on love. They've just stopped showing up for the audition. They're not out here screaming, "I hate women," on podcasts. They're going to work, going to the gym, gaming with friends, and walking the dog. And if you ask about their dating life, they just shrug and say, "Yeah, I'm not really doing that anymore." This video is for them and for anyone who cares about them. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the real psychology behind "I'm done dating," why it's not just "he's emotionally unavailable," and how to know if a man is truly done with love or just done with the way dating works right now. And I promise, this won't be a textbook lecture. I'm a psychologist, but I'm also a human who reads the comments and doom scrolls dating TikTok like the rest of you. I'm Anthony, a psychologist who loves talking about the stuff we all quietly feel but don't really say out loud. And one thing I keep hearing from men, clients, friends, even in my DMs, is some version of "I'm tired. I'd rather be alone than do that again." Not a dramatic "I'll be single forever" speech, more like a calm, almost peaceful "I'm out" speech. If you're a man who's checked out of dating, I want you to feel seen, not diagnosed. If you're someone who loves one of these men, I want you to leave with more compassion and fewer assumptions. And somewhere in this video, you might suddenly realize, "Oh wow, that's actually me." So, stay for that moment. Let's start with the boring sounding thing that is secretly huge: the rejection burnout. Most men who stop dating don't point to one big dramatic heartbreak. It's not always, "She cheated and now I'm done forever." Instead, it's tiny rejections stacked over years. Ghosted after what felt like a great date. Being the friend who always listens but never gets chosen. Things like that. When this happens several times, your brain does something very sensible. It starts protecting you by shutting the whole thing down. Actually, your brain's doing math. Let's talk about that math next. Now, don't run away because you heard math. It's actually very simple. I call it the dating cost benefit equation. Think of your brain as an accountant with dark humor. On one side, we have time on dating apps, money spent on dates, emotional energy expended, anxiety, insecurity, and overthinking. Then on the other side, we have the actual number of positive experiences you've had. Now, for a lot of men, the equation looks like this: hours of effort plus dozens of small rejections equals maybe one situationship that ends with "I'm not ready for anything serious." So, after a while of this happening, the accountant in your brain stamps a big red "not worth it" on the entire transaction. So, when a man says dating just isn't worth the effort anymore, it's a cost-benefit analysis. And this is where it starts to feel less like romance and more like work. Let's go there. A lot of men secretly describe dating like this: "I feel like I'm constantly auditioning for the role of boyfriend number 3 in someone else's movie." Think about it. On apps, you're competing with hundreds of other guys. On the date, you are told, "Ask interesting questions. Don't talk too much. Pay, but don't make it weird. Be chill, but don't be cold." It starts to feel less like two humans meeting and more like a performance, where one person is being evaluated and the other is the judge. Psychologically, living in a constant audition mode is exhausting. Your nervous system is on high alert. Don't mess this up. Don't say the wrong thing. Don't be boring. So, it's too much and some guys just give up. They say, "You know what? I just want to be myself and not feel like I'm on trial." That's not him being dramatic. That's a normal human response to chronic evaluation. And it's not just rejection they're afraid of. It's something deeper and uglier that most people don't talk about. But we're gonna name it. It's called humiliation. Also known as "you were never even in the running." Modern dating has a special talent for this. Being laughed at in a group chat because of your profile screenshot. Being used for free dinners or attention. Being told you're too much, not enough, or bare minimum in some viral rant that sounds suspiciously like you. And because everything is online, there's this quiet fear. What if this goes badly and I become a TikTok post? And even worse, humiliation hits your sense of identity. Not only are you nervous about her not liking you, but now you are nervous about being labeled pathetic. And of course, your brain goes into full-on protection mode. I can't keep gambling my self-respect on this. But here's the plot twist. Walking away from dating isn't always a sad, lonely thing. Sometimes it's the first healthy choice you've made in years. A man who realizes, I feel calmer when I'm alone than I do when I'm chasing people who don't really want me, has made a big realization. He starts enjoying coming home to a peaceful space, focusing on his hobbies, building his career or his body or his friend group, and not constantly checking his phone wondering, did she text back? He's putting energy back into the parts of his life that actually gives him something back. But is he done for good? Or is he just on a break? Let's finish there, because it really matters. Psychologically, there's a big difference between I will never love anyone again and I can't keep doing love like this. Many men who say, I don't want to date anymore, are not closing their hearts. They're closing their participation in a system that feels rigged against them. They want to feel like a person, not a performer. And from a mental health perspective, that can actually be a healthy boundary, as long as it isn't coming from total hopelessness. So, if you recognize yourself in this, the real work isn't forcing yourself back onto the dating apps. The real work is rebuilding your sense of worth so that when you do choose to show up again, you're doing it from a place of fullness, not desperation. If you're one of those men who quietly tapped out of dating, I'd love to know how this landed for you. Did I miss something? Did I say something that finally made sense? Drop it in the comments. You don't have to tell your whole life story. Just one line like, yeah, this is me, or nope, here's my version. And if you care about a man like this, maybe share this with him, not as a see, this is you, but as a hey, I'm trying to understand. If you like content where we talk honestly about the psychology behind modern life, things like dating, money, identity, then hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.